As a school teacher, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, just having you guys just go instantly silent as soon as I walked up here, just made me feel so special. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matt Butler, former Scoutmaster of Troop 405, and I'd like to welcome you to this very special event in the Scouting program. We are excited to have you here as the ceremony will serve as a testament to the hard work, dedication, and service that a Scout must fulfill to reach the Eagle Scout rank. Will everyone please stand for the presentations of the colors? I would like to invite everyone to please join with us as we open our ceremony with the Pledge of Allegiance, led by our senior patrol leader, Chase Bigley.
All in uniform, please salute. All not in uniform, hand over heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2, all Scouts stay standing. Everyone not in uniform, take a seat. Aye. All Scouts remain standing. Scout oath and law. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Scout law. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. 2,
Scouts can be seated. Thank you, Chase. I would like to begin, I would like to invite up Pastor Alex Barnes of the Milton Presbyterian Church to begin the ceremony with an invocation.
Thank you so much. It is an honor to be standing up here. I look forward to seeing through the pictures and finding when Jayden's hair was the longest. I think it was almost covering your eyes at one of the dinners. But I would like to open with prayer, and before then I want to remember this word of Scripture from Ephesians. It is a gentle suggestion, to say the least. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment with a promise, that it may go well with you and that you may enjoy long life on the earth. Fathers, do not exasperate your children. Instead, bring them up in the training and instruction of the Lord. And I want to open with this because it's important, too, for Scouts and Scoutmasters to have that relationship and bond similar to a father and a son in training and instruction. And we honor Jayden and his accomplishments in following this instruction and training so he can grow into an Eagle Scout, which he is, and a man. Please join with me in prayer. Lord in heaven, thank you so much for gathering us here. Thank you for just bringing us together to honor this life and honor this institution. Lord, thank you for the Scouts of America. Thank you for all that we have learned from it. And thank you for your power in Jayden's life, protecting him and guiding him. Lord, it is in your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Alex. I would now like to call up Rooney Arnold, a member of sponsoring organization American Legion, Howard A. Blair, Post 423, our upcoming Troop 405 Charter Organizational Rep and Mayor of Rittman.
On behalf of the American Legion, Howard A. Bear, Post 423, and Scouting America Great Trail Council, I declare this Court of Honor to be duly convened for the sole purpose of presenting the Eagle Scout Award to Jayden Thomas Boyer.
Thank you, Mayor Arnold. As we begin this Court of Honor, these scouts that sit before me recited the Scout oath and law. These statements, embodied by the fundamental principle of scouting, these statements are the spark that lights what we know as the spirit of scouting, a spirit that burns brightly in the hearts of every scout. So that you can better understand some of what scouting is all about, please listen as Troop 405 alumni and Eagle Scout Connor Butler presents the 12 points of the Scout Law.
A scout is trustworthy. A scout tells the truth. He keeps his promises. Honesty is a part of his code of conduct. A scout is loyal. A scout is true to his family, friends, scout leaders, school, nation, and world community. A scout is helpful. A scout is concerned about other people. He willingly volunteers to help others without expecting payment or reward. A scout is friendly. A scout is a friend to all. He is a brother to other scouts. He seeks to understand others. He respects those with ideas and customs that are different from his own. A scout is courteous. A scout is polite to everyone regardless of age or position. He knows the good manners make it easier for people to get along together. A scout is kind. A scout understands that there is strength in being gentle. He treats others as he wants to be treated. He does not harm or kill anything without reason. A scout is obedient. A scout follows the rules of his family, school, and troop. He obeys the laws of his community and country. If he thinks these laws are unfair, he tries to have them changed in an orderly manner rather than disobey them. A scout is cheerful. A scout looks for the bright side of life. He cheerfully does tasks that come his way. He tries to make others happy. A scout is thrifty. A scout works to pay his way and to help others. He saves for the future. He protects and conserves natural resources. He carefully uses time and property. A scout is brave. A scout can face danger even if he is afraid. He has the courage to stand up for what he thinks is right, even if others laugh at him or threaten him. A scout is clean. A scout keeps his body and mind fit and clean. Soap and water help a lot on the outside, but it's the inside that counts. A scout is reverent. A scout is reverent towards God. He is faithful in his religious duties. He respects the belief of others.
Thank you, Connor. Thank you, Chase. A scout on his quest to reach Eagle Scout lives his daily life with these 12 points of the Scout Law, deeply embedded in their character. I would now like to call upon Troop 405 committee member Ken Mann to give you an idea of all the requirements a scout must fulfill as he travels along the trail from Tenderfoot to Eagle.
Every scout is expected to live his daily life following those principles of the 12 points of the Scout Law. But to become an Eagle Scout, a scout must do much, much more than that. Along his trail to Eagle, Jayden earned the Scout badge by completing the requirements that taught him about what is expected of a Scout. As he earned the ranks of Tenderfoot, Second Class, and First Class, he was introduced to the base concepts of scouting. He completed requirements that taught him about camping, camp cooking, first aid, knots and lashings, nature, swimming, physical fitness, and citizenship. Along the way to completing the requirements for Star, Life, and Eagle ranks, Jayden has completed 30 merit badges, 13 of which were required for him to learn about money managing, communicating with others, worldwide citizenship, physical fitness, nature and the environment, first aid, how to be prepared for emergency situations. Some of the other merit badges that Jayden chose to work on and complete included subjects such as athletics, canoeing, fire safety, bird study, and game design. Another major step that every scout must take along his trail to Eagle is to become a leader, to learn how to work with and to work for his fellow scouts, both in patrols and in the troop. With a minimum of 16 months of leadership required, Jayden has amassed a total of 60 months, serving in 6 different qualifying junior leadership positions within our troop. So what is an Eagle Scout? Well, to take a quote from an old handbook for Scoutmasters, an Eagle Scout is someone who is qualified to help others as well as take care of himself. Their badge is not a decoration, but rather a symbol of knowledge and ability.
Thank you, Ken. With all that work, time, commitment, and dedication in mind, listen as Assistant Scoutmaster John Strock gives you a few statistics about scouting.
Of any 100 boys or girls who become scouts, it must be confessed that 30 will drop out in their first year. Perhaps this may be regarded as a failure, but in later life, all of these will remember that they had been scouts, and they will speak well of the program, and many wishing they had never dropped out. Of the 100, 12 will be from families that belong to no church. And through scouting, these 12 and many of their families will be brought into contact with the church and will continue to be active all of their lives. 5 will earn a religious award, and 1 of those 100 will become a pastor. Each of the 100 will learn something from scouting. Almost all will develop hobbies that will add interest throughout the rest of their lives. 8 will enter a vocation that was introduced to them in scouting. With all that a scout has the opportunity to learn, at least one will use his knowledge and his skills to save another person's life. And many will credit their scouting knowledge for saving their own life. 17 of the 100 scouts will become scout leaders and will give leadership to thousands of additional boys and girls. This creates an ever-widening ripple of good citizens with values who believe that character counts. Nationally, only 4 of the 100 will reach the Eagle rank, and at least 1 will later say they valued their Eagle above their college degree. Only 1 in 4 in America will become a scout, but it is interesting to know that of the leaders of our nation in business, religion, and politics, 3 out of 4 of them were scouts. Rittman's Troop 405 was established in 1928 by the members of the American Legion Post. In our 98-year history, thousands of our community boys have participated in scouting. And today, Jayden, you represent Troop 405's 77th Scout to earn the rank of Eagle Scout.
Thank you, John. Jayden's Honor Guard is made up of Eagle Scouts from the class of 2025, Tristan Riggs and Connor Butler. Will the Honor Guard please escort Jayden to the front? And now to give Jayden the Eagle charge and pledge as class of 2019 Eagle Scout Wyatt Butler.
The foremost responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor. To an Eagle Scout, honor is the foundation of all character. He knows that a scout is trustworthy is the very first point of the Scout Law for a good reason. An Eagle Scout lives honorably, not only because honor is important to him, because of the vital significance of the example he sets for other scouts. Living honorably reflects credit on his home, his church, his troop, and his community. May the white of the Eagle badge remind you to always live with honor. The second obligation of an Eagle Scout is loyalty. A scout is true to his family, scout leaders, friends, school, and nation. His loyalty to his troop and brother scouts make him pitch and carry his share of the load. All of these help to build the loyalty, which means devotion to community, to country, and one's own ideas, and to God. Let the blue of the Eagle badge always inspire your loyalty. The third obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be courageous. Courage has always been a quality by which men measured themselves and others. To a scout, bravery means not only the courage to face physical danger, but the determination to stand up for the right. Trusting in God, with faith in his fellow man, he looks forward to each day, seeking his share of the world's work to do. Let the red of the Eagle badge remind you always of courage. The fourth obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be cheerful. To remind the Eagle Scout to always wear a smile. The red, white, and blue ribbon is attached to the scroll of the second class Scout Award, which has its ends turned up in a smile. The final responsibility of an Eagle Scout is service. The Eagle Scout extends a helping hand to those who still toil up scouting's trail, just as others have helped him climb to the eagle. The performance of the daily good turn takes on a new meaning when he enters a more adult life of continuing service to others. The eagle stands as protector of the weak and helpless. He aids and comforts the unfortunate and oppressed. He upholds the rights of others while defending his own. He will always be prepared to put forth his best. You deserve much credit for having achieved Scouting's highest award, but wear your award with humility, ever mindful that the Eagle Scout is looking up to as an example. May the Scout Oath and Scout Law be your guide for tomorrow and onward. Scout signs. Repeat after me. I refer my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoroughly recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of an Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example. My rank and my influence count strongly for better scouting. In my troop, in my community, and in my contact with other people. To this I pledge my sacred honor. 2.
Your father has been a source of much advice and guidance along the Eagle Trail. So I'd like him to present the Eagle Scout Certificate to you. Yeah, back up. Sorry, one too many pages. Got ahead of myself. All right. Thank you, Wyatt. Would the honor guard please escort the candidate's parents forward while I am joined by Assistant Scoutmaster John Strock to present the Eagle Award and additional congratulations and gifts. Glasses. Jayden, your parents have undoubtedly been your primary source of help and strength. No one will ever know the unnumbered acts of self-sacrifice from your mother. I'd like your mother to pin the Eagle medal on your uniform. In recognition of your mother's devotion, please present, Pause.
Give me a second, Butler. Congratulations, honey.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you.
In recognition of your mother's devotion, please present her with the Eagle's mother's pin. Your father has been a source of much advice and guidance along the Eagles Trail, so I'd like him to present the Eagle Scout certificate to you.
Thank you.
In return, please present your father with his Eagles father's pin.
Thank you. Thank you, Dad. Love you too.
And now, it gives me great pleasure to present to you our newest Eagle Scout, Jayden Thompson Boyer. Parents, you can be seated. Alongside the effort of Jayden's parents, there are others that he feels were instrumental in helping him earn his Eagle rank. At this time, we will allow Jayden the opportunity to recognize those individuals with the Eagle Scouts mentor pin.
All right, first I'd like to call up James Underation. So James was like my den leader when I was in Cub Scouts, and he was really the one pushing for me to stay in Scouts. There was a lot of times where I wanted to quit, but he kept me in it. And even when I got into Boy Scouts, I wasn't the most pushing towards my Eagle, but he helped push me there. And I just wanted to give thanks.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Very much appreciate you.
Then I would like to call up Mr. Butler. He was my Boy Scout leader for the majority of the time and the one that probably had the biggest effect on me. So again, I would just like to give a little bit of my thanks towards him.
Thank you.
And then I would like to call up my grandparents, Donald and Hazel Blackstone. They probably had the biggest effect on me in my entire life.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for everything.
and so we have some other thank yous for you, all right? As I break out the book of thank yous. All right. So, this one is coming from the University of Scouting National Service Center. It says, congratulations, you are now an Eagle Scout. In completion of all the requirements, you've mastered many valuable skills and made the Scout Oath and Scout Law part of your life. You've now accomplished this what you've accomplished is impressive. It is also pretty rare. Fewer than 7 out of every 100 Scouts ever achieve this rank. It means you're dedicated yourself, put in the hours, and most importantly, found a way to benefit your community. Remember that your name now appears on an exclusive list whose members have excelled in fields of business to government to education. The common trait you and all share is leadership. We're counting on you to aim high and continue leading by your service and examples. Congratulations and best wishes and many more successes, along with your Eagle card.
Sweet.
Oh. Sorry, rookie, new guy.
Thank you.
All right. I'm not going to read through all of these, all right, but we have a letter here from President Donald J. Trump congratulating you. We also have one from George W. Bush. We got one from the General R. Ford Presidential Foundation congratulations letter. We have one from the House of Representatives in Congress. Okay. All right. Okay, so this one here is a certificate of special recognition, congressional representation presented to Jayden Boyer upon attaining the rank of Eagle Scouts and the Boy Scouts of America. This one is from the U.S. Senate. Once again, congratulating you on your amazing achievement of earning Eagle Scout. This one is from Governor Mike DeWine from the state of Ohio. Also, I like this one. Also congratulating you on your Eagle Award. All right, this is from the Frank LaRosse. All right, congratulating you again on your Eagle your Eagle Award. This is the Ohio Senate. And this one is from the Ohio Senate. And you can go ahead and read these when you need help falling asleep at night. All right?
Yeah.
We know they are all stimulating to read through.
Yeah.
All right, we also have, if I can remove this stuff without dropping them again. Keep reading. All right. All right. So congratulations from the Rittman High School. All right, with Principal Evans and Superintendent John Ritchie, congratulating you on making Eagle Scout and also making Rittman proud. All right. The United States of America's National Park Service congratulated you. All right. Oh, I cannot wait to get to story time. All right, this one is presented to you from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. This one is from Walmart. All right, congratulating you and also giving you a gift certificate to Walmart. All right, you can go buy some camping gear. All right, some mountain houses. Get you some of that space ice cream that you can eat while you're reading the letter from the aerospace. This one is from the Hershey's Company, all right? So, it says, Dear Eagle Scout Jayden Boyer, in order to achieve the status of Eagle Scout, one must amplify a sample quality as the founding of the Hershey Company Milton Hershey. All right, Mr. Hershey was a doer, not a philosopher. And he talked a lot about such matters as success, the value, and purpose of money. Throughout life, he was committed to the highest standard of quality, honesty, fairness, and integrity. His imagination and drive, his ceaseless labor, and his care and concern of others is what inspired him to make him all who we know. Mr. Hershey's legacy continues to be the foundation of our company's business philosophy to this day. And there's more, but I'll let you read that. And as you are reading this, they sent you. You already got it. Did you show them what you got?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
pretty sweet.
leading up to that. I was like, you can sit there and eat your nice s'mores while you're reading the rest of this. All right. All right. We have Mike Rowe. I think we've read this letter at pretty much every Eagle ceremony we have done. So guess what? We're going to read it. We've got to keep the tradition going. Dear Jayden T. Boyer, back in 1977, I got a letter from the President of the United States congratulating me on becoming an Eagle Scout. This letter was printed on thick, creamy paper with my name typed at the top, a General Ford signature at the bottom, right next to the presidential seal. Very impressed. However, as I studied the president's signature and compared it to those at the bottom of identical letters he had sent to other Eagle Scouts in our troop, I came to the conclusion that I was not holding a personal letter from the President of the United States. I was holding a form letter. Don't get me wrong, Jayden. It was a nice gesture, and I appreciate the sentiment. But I decided then and there that if I ever found myself in a position of sending out thousands of letters to Eagle Scouts everywhere, I wouldn't try to fool the recipient into thinking they had received something uniquely personal. After all, Jayden, a scout is trustworthy. Whether the scout goes on to become the President of the United States or to host a show on cable television, this is why I was absolutely clear about the nature of this letter. While I did not write every word, or did not in fact write every word, I did not write it specifically for you. The truth is, Jayden, it was Mrs. Wachter who wrote your name in the blank, and it is your parents who is deeply proud of what you've accomplished on this day, as they should be. The Eagle Award is still a big deal, and congratulations are most definitely in order. However, the only message I can offer a young scout I've never actually met is the same advice I received from my dad moments after I received the same honor. Don't get cocky. Contrary to what many have told you, Jayden, this award will not change the way people look at you. I'm sorry, but it's true. We now live in a world where everyone seems to get some sort of trophy, and the majority of Americans simply have no idea how difficult or special your accomplishments truly is. But that's not a fact worth bemoaning. Because of the truth is, the Eagle Award ceremony comes with no magical power or influence. It's simply a recognition of what you've accomplished so far. And whether it's true that many Eagle Scouts have gone on to do great many things in life, it is also true that many others have not. I know a guy who got his Eagles a couple years before me. His chest literally puffed up and never returned to his normal size. His dad got him into a decent school, and when he finally graduated, he showed off his diploma like it was his first merit badge. Today, he is a miserable, pompous pain in the butt with no friends, 2 ex-wives, and a job he hates. He is still a college football trophy on his mantle, next to his diploma, and an identical copy of that same letter from General Ford congratulating him for something he did 35 years ago. Do me a favor, Jayden. Don't be that person. Don't wait for the world to acknowledge your accomplishments. And when you're finished with scouting, donate your uniform to the Salvation Army. In a few years, it's not going to fit anyway. Fold up your stash and stow it away somewhere private, along with all the other tokens that you've done so far. Then roll up your sleeves, get out in the world, and put what you've learned to use. Live the Scout Law. Remember the Scout Oath. And remember, a Scout is clean, but not afraid to get dirty. Mike Rowe. And I loved it because I kept saying his name in emphasis because it's all underlined in the letter, showing you where it was automatically entered in. So.
We've got a couple of those to present.
Yep. Is the last one? Okay. So we got a few gifts to present. I'll let you do that.
So Jayden, this is a special gift from the troop. This is a custom engraved box with our troop emblem, your name, and the date that you received your Eagle, which is truthfully your board of review date. So hopefully you'll keep this as a memento and be able to have a place to put special things.
Thank you.
The other gift, this is my tradition of passing on to Eagle Scouts a Dutch oven of their own. Hopefully your knowledge of camp cooking will last throughout your lifetime and you'll be able to enjoy it. Nope, those are just envelopes. And the last and most importantly is the certificate which Mayor Arnold has.
All right. And so last but not least, our most important certificate of the day, I'm going to ask Mayor Arnold to come back up and read this one for you.
All right. So as I read this, I always try and come up with a little something to say as well, but it kind of ties into what we heard earlier, and I'm looking, but I'm not going to call anyone out. I understand that there may have been something lost at the parade the other day, and I know that feeling of losing awards or patches and things like that. I used to wear a necklace that never came off and was with me the entire time I was in Iraq, and my wife threw it away, and I was devastated. And then recently my wife lost her wedding ring, gardening. And they represent a lot, but it's who you are when you're not wearing your badges that really is what matters. So when you go out there, all those things that you've learned, apply those. All right? So with that, it's my honor to read a proclamation from my office, which, if any of you know, I really don't have an office. But anyways, whereas Jayden Boyer, a member of Troop 405 in Rittman, Ohio, has achieved the Eagle Scout Award, the highest award in the Boy Scouts of America, and whereas on his trail to becoming an Eagle Scout, Jayden has earned 30 merit badges and has served his troop in seven different leadership positions, and whereas Jayden provided the planning, coordination, and leadership for moving the flag holders on the graves of veterans at the Rittman Cemetery in Rittman, Ohio, and whereas Jayden is enrolled in College Credit Plus classes at Rittman High School and is a member of the Rittman High School football team, and whereas when Jayden is not involved in other activities, he enjoys learning about cars and how to fix them, weightlifting, spending time with family and friends, learning about others, and watching YouTube. I have to add to that because it doesn't say anything about being my favorite pizza maker in town. So we need to add that. But anyways, now therefore, I, Charles Rudy Arnold, Mayor of the City of Rittman, do hereby designate Saturday, July 25th, 2026 as Jayden Boyer Day in the City of Rittman and encourage the community to participate in appropriate recognition programs, ceremonies, and activities. And you scheduled your graduation part? Is that part of this?
Sir.
Okay.
Yep.
So in witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Rittman to be affixed this 24th day of July, 2026, and I've signed it at the bottom. So, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I think you're supposed to hold half of it. Congratulations.
And it is a big deal because Connor put in our calendar as today as Jayden Day. It's been there all day. He put it in like 3 weeks ago. So it is official. It's now Jayden Day. All right, we all have our stories about Jayden. And so I'd like to share some of our stories. So if you'd like to share your stories, I'm going to have you step forward in 1 second. But first, I'm going to read to you something that came from the other side of the world. All right? So, Jayden Boyer, unfortunately, Liam and I are in Munich, Germany right now. Not really unfortunate because I'm having an awesome time in France and Germany, but honestly, we wanted to celebrate your achievements today and congratulate you on earning your Eagle. I am so proud of you. I have so many memories about Jayden. He's the last of our group of boys that started together, finished together, and earned Eagle. I have enjoyed watching you grow into a man you've become. When Liam and I first joined the troop, I remember not knowing what to think about you, Jayden. He was funny, and yet he was such a hot mess. He grew every year and turned out all right. He excelled as an SBO and calling cadence at summer camp, though I'm not sure if he ever figured out proper latrine usage while camping. More stories to follow on that. Anyway, congratulations, and I'm going to butcher this. Viel Glück in der Zukunft, which is German for good luck in the future. The words of Brian Hall as spoken by Matt Butler. So I wanted to get his out of the way. And he did mention something too that I think is really important for you to understand too is, you know, as John was saying, 4 out of every 100, the letter from the Eagles, court, you know, the big wigs upstate, they said 7 out of 100. But we literally, your group, every last one of you in your group made it to Eagle. And you didn't do that alone. Yes, I threatened bodily violence. All right, we all know that. But you guys worked together. You pushed each other. And while you are the last of them to make it, I am extremely happy that you made it. You have no idea. All right? I have more embarrassing stories that I'll tell later. All right. So at this time, was there anybody who would like to come up and tell a little story about Jayden? All right, just come on up. We can start a line over here if you guys want to wait.
I'm done for.
So, similar to my father, I'm up here, well, part of myself, but also someone else wants to speak who isn't here today. So, this is going to be from Liam Hall. Jayden Boyer is one of the best people I have the pleasure of being able to call my friend. He is one of the kindest and funniest I've ever met. He is always able to make everyone laugh at the dumbest, and I mean the most stupid of jokes. Whether it was a camp out or a meeting, he always managed to make me laugh. I have never been more proud of a friend than I have Jayden, and I am so proud to call him my friend. P.S. Europe is quite nice right now. To emphasize on those stories, so Jayden told me to keep it PG, which eliminates 75% of the stories.
Maybe a little bit more, yeah.
A little bit more, a little bit. So, which one do you want to hear, Jayden?
You just go for it.
So I think I think that what is most appropriate right now is probably an emphasis on it, but what comes to me right now is the video he's made once. He made a video. This man had made a video full of joke after joke after joke for a merit badge, and it has some of the funniest bits I've ever seen, and it's still reverberated throughout the entirety of Boy Scouts. Like, half I can't say up here, but I'm fairly certain if I said it to any of the Boy Scouts, they would be able to tell immediately what I am referencing. And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Make it kind of funny.
Jayden, since the day I met you, you've always been a good friend to me. But what I always remember about Jayden, guys, is seeing them at the women's cemetery, doing the flags, really hard, really sweaty. But you know what? We're Boy Scouts. We worked hard, we worked together. Well, I'm about to say it again, congratulations. And one more thing is, what's an Eagle, always an Eagle Scout. Congratulations, Jayden.
Thank you, Hon.
Yeah, I'll go. You can finish it up with something funny. I don't have much.
We're saving the best for last, don't you worry.
I got it. Okay. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. It's been a long time, right? And you'll learn this too as you move on. Not that I'm all old and wise. I'm neither. But I'm here to tell you the memories you made in Scouts, those feelings, this camaraderie, and all that joy you had with your friends, you're always going to remember that feeling. Might not remember the words, right? And so what I can tell everyone, and I'm sure you're going to go with this, is I remember hiking through just about anywhere we went. And I swear we have a magnetic pull to things that are wet and where we're not supposed to be. That's like number one for our troop. So I can count forever on how many things of ice we've thrown at frozen ponds, how many rocks we pushed off cliffs, all the fun jokes and fun stories we've said, and the deep and connecting conversations we've had in late night fires. I unfortunately, because of COVID and all that, I didn't get as much time as I wanted with you guys, but I can say for you and your generation of scouting, myself, Justin, Bryant, and Josh left, we all knew it was in good hands with you guys. We knew we left something with you guys, and you guys have definitely shown it. The true spirit of scouting, which is really just being good people and being friends and being involved in your community. I don't have any funny stories of you because, like I said, memory is hazy, but I did want to come up and definitely bring forward that you could see, we saw you, we saw your potential, and we all kind of expected you to be an Eagle Scout. So honestly, you doing this today has fulfilled our prophecy in a sense. Yeah. We're very proud, but we knew you had it in you when we left. Last bit I'll give you, since I'm proclaiming to be not old and wise, I'm going to give you the same quote that I heard in an Eagle ceremony. It was spoken by one of the Eagle Scouts from back in the day, rather handsome, might add, but it's me by the way. Always be prepared to not be prepared. Sounds like an oxymoron, but I promise you as you move forward in life, be prepared for things to go sideways. Be prepared to get crafty, thrifty. These things that we learn, we achieve ranks, we get merit badges, but in life, what that looks like is success. And that's what you got to shift that view focus and be like, okay, well, I didn't earn a merit badge, but I got a good job. I got a good training. I helped out people. I'm working in my church. These are big things to take an accomplishment of. And so I encourage you, don't be too afraid to take those steps. Because like I said, you're not going to be prepared for everything. But what you are is prepared to be unprepared.
Thank you. Very much appreciate it.
So being prepared to be not prepared. Come on, James.
Here it comes. I have been waiting for this day. All right, Jayden, first things first, congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
In true Troop 405 fashion, John and Ken both did this to me at my Eagle ceremony, so I feel, back in the day I used to say, you're that scout, right?
Yep.
You're that scout. So, my first embarrassing story for Jayden, and I'll just keep it to this one because it's probably one of the most memorable. When we were below twos, we went on a backpacking trip, and typically we below two don't go on a backpacking trip, but we did. It was raining, and we are rushing around trying to get our tents up, our hammocks and everything up. Jayden's sitting at the bench eating his candy. Well, you gotta learn the hard way, I guess, and I told him that day that he was gonna be that scout. You just are, and it's not a bad thing, and I'm pretty sure he understands now. Later that night, I hear, after everybody's finally in bed, we dry out all this stuff, get them all set up, it's pitch black, and I hear, James. I'm like, what? James, what? I gotta use the bathroom. All right, bud, like, just go use the bathroom. I'm not gonna do it in the middle of the dark. I can't find anything, please help me. I'm like, so I get up, help him, he goes off, and I'm like, okay, cool, everything's good. But we wake up the next morning. You'd think Jayden would have like, kind of went outside the campsite, you know, out of the way. No, Jayden just plopped it right in the middle of the campsite. You think he would have dug a hole like we taught him? Nah, just leave it right on the top. So the next morning I made him clean it up and we talked about it. So, in 405 fashion here, I got you an honorary 405 shovel for digging your holes.
Right.
And some wipes to wipe.
Oh, I appreciate
the
that.
right
Thank
end.
you. Thank you.
Jayden, I'm very proud of you, and you did it. Be so proud. Wear with honor. And I got nothing more to say. It sounds like you had a lot of fun. I had you in the younger years, and honestly couldn't be any more proud of you. I have nothing more to say, but you're awesome. Good job.
Thank you, James. Very much appreciate it.
All right, I'm not much of a public speaker, but it's Jayden's special day, so I thought I would speak about him. Jayden, we were always really close throughout Cub Scouts and stuff like that. There's a bunch of pictures up there that we're not, like, we're definitely standing side by side because we were really close and it was like a brotherhood between us. Through countless times where we went off by ourselves to go walk just to talk about things, and countless times where we would sit next to each other on the toilet and talk through the wall. It's just, with Jayden, it's always been easy to speak to him, and just, he's very caring, and throughout countless memories of jumping down cliffs and being where we're not supposed to be. And we were the troublemakers, so I'm gonna keep it PG, but it's just, I'm proud of him, proud of you for how you've grown up and stuff like that, and just matured. Congrats.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Congratulations, Jayden.
Thank you.
I'm going to stand right here beside you. Came up here for 3 reasons. One of them is that if there's somebody else in the crowd that wants to say something but doesn't feel comfortable coming up here, I will bring this microphone to you because we want to hear what you have to say about him, and so do the people that are watching on live stream right now. So the other thing is, all of these scouts you see in front of you here, my career started to slow down. I didn't show up to regular campsites, so I didn't know these guys as well as I knew before I started to slow down. And probably Jayden was the one I knew less than all of them here. And when he asked me to be his coach for his Eagle Scout project, I learned a lot in a short time about Jayden, even though he doesn't talk a lot. So that meant a lot to me to watch him work, what he does, how seriously he took everything, and it was a pleasure to work with him. And this goes to you and these other scouts. If you're sticking around Rittman and working, consider coming back to the troop and being a leader. We could use you. You need to be great leaders. You really would, okay? The last thing I need to say, I'm going to go sit down over here because I'd be remiss with the number of them that are in this room right now. And please, everybody else in the audience, turn your heads and look. Will all Eagle Scouts in the room please stand up?
Yeah.
All right, so I will close out with my story, and this is by far, to this day, even now I'm thinking about it, just makes me smile a little bit. And this kind of goes following off of what your Scoutmaster, James, was saying. So Jayden, since he's been in Scout, and even Brian made mention of his latrine habits, Tristan talked about talking through the walls in the bathroom. You're backpacking and you decide to go right there in the middle of the camp. So at least now you have the supplies so you can take care of yourself now. Hopefully you've learned a little bit.
Oh, yeah,
but
for sure.
It wasn't maybe like the first adventure trip, second at most after crossing over in the Scouts. And we went down to southern Ohio to a camp called YOLO. I think was what it was called, wasn't it? Oyo. Oyo. And we got down there, and our game plan was to backpack the trail down there, but it got to be like, the low at night was like 80 degrees. It was just ungodly hot. And so we decided, instead of camping and all of us dying, we were backpacking. We were just going to make up camp. We did it by a river, and we just went off and did other stuff that, we went kayaking in the river. We went to a nature center. You got me and Mr. Walker to touch a snake. Yeah. But the best thing about this place was, on the trail, they had an outhouse. And you'd think at this point in time, Jayden would have been extremely happy that there was an outhouse on the trail, because then he wouldn't have to dig a hole, he wouldn't have to do any of that stuff. Well, me and Mr. Walker, we were getting ready to go do something, and we decided to walk up the trail a little bit towards the outhouse, and there we see Jayden, about 10 feet behind the outhouse, hanging off of a tree like this, leans over and goes, "Hi, Mr. Walker. Hi, Mr. Butler." No shame in his game at all. He was just letting us know he was out there doing his natural duty.
Yeah.
And
I mean, in my defense, there was a lot of cockroaches in that outhouse. I wasn't trying to get a cockroach. Yeah, it was bad in there.
Yeah, that's what we asked him, because we're like, why? He goes, "It's dirty in there." I'm like, "It's an outhouse."
Yeah.
So that will forever be, whenever I think of Jayden and camping, besides all the fun, honorable, memorial, sweet stuff that you've done, that's what will always come to the top of my mind.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So now, I'd like to ask Pastor Alex Barnes to bring our ceremony to a close with a benediction.
Feel very reverent following a bunch of poop stories. James, I'm just glad you didn't give him a coprolite. It was just a trowel. And also, of course, Liam is in Munich because I feel like he wears lederhosen every other week anyways, so this makes sense. But in all seriousness, congratulations, Jayden. You're a very sincere person, and that matters a lot. And that will take you a long ways in life. And speaking of humility, our final good word is coming from the letter to the Philippians. And as it is written, if you have any encouragement from being united with Christ, if any comfort from his love, if any fellowship with the Spirit, if any tenderness and compassion, then make my joy complete by being like-minded, having the same love, being one in spirit and purpose. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in humility consider others better than yourselves. Each of you should look not only to your own interests, but also to the interests of others. Now go and serve and care for one another. Amen.
Amen.
Congratulations, brother.
Thank you.
I would like to invite all the scouts who are here today to come forward and join hands in our closing circle, and to remind everyone that there is a reception following our ceremony in the fellowship hall. Will everyone please stand, or you guys want to do your circle first? I gotta pause.
I appreciate it. Ready? And now, may the greatest master of all scouts watch over us till we meet again. Amen.
All right, don't go nowhere, guys. Will everyone please stand as the scouts recite the scouts' closing prayer, and then remain standing as our scouts complete our ceremony with the retirement of the colors. So go ahead and just retire the colors. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for coming and to celebrating Jayden's great accomplishment. There is refreshments downstairs, and he has a graduation party later day at 4. So, when? 5, sorry, 5. All right, so with that, we conclude our ceremony.